mother with no sisters or brothers sees when he looks into a mirror. He sees what lonely looks like. And how it's not Disney songs sung outside of windows to lunar goddesses or training for legendary karate tournaments. He sees chocolate cake in his cheeks. He reeks of sandbox ghosts and finger paints, and his only friends live deep inside of his imagination and in televisions on the other side of the room. Do you know what 10-year-old boy that is 5'2", 156 pounds with a pot gut sees when he looks into a mirror? He does not see love in many ways. Ones are from the words on his grandmother's lips that tell him that the only place you need to know that you are beautiful are from the words that come from my lips and deeper inside of your mirror. He does not see black leather belts, a size 36 waist wrapped around his neck, not yet. He does not see pocket knife cuts on the insides of shirt sleeves. He's too afraid of grandma to see because he does not know what she means yet. Do you know what a 14-year-old boy with glasses and stretch marks sees when he looks into a mirror? Wherever labels he knows like faggot. He knows the word faggot like the bitter taste of a fist, like lonely, like loser, like nobody. He knows the word weird, like it is tattooed onto the inside of his eardrum. He knows Emily Dickinson poems like the indents of the words I love you. He has written so hard onto the inside of his hands that his palms, they give ink back. Do you know what a 16-year-old boy with a clean smile and peach fuzz sees when he looks into a mirror? Branded clothing and a few more inches off the tip of his to make him happy, at least until it goes down again. He sees the father of a dead child, of a too young girlfriend, and too many health scares for anyone his age. He has a 9mm, occasionally puts it into his mouth and does not pull the trigger. He sees that things don't always get better, at least not from the angle he's standing, but he's still hoping. He's still just hoping and looking into a mirror. Do you know what an 18-year-old boy, an 18-year-old man with a little bit of peach fuzz and too many notches on an unstable bedpost sees when he looks into a mirror? He sees opportunity and lost loves in everything. He has 2 dead-end jobs and is supporting a child that is not his own. He grasps for air because he has so many damn gods in his chest, and he is anxious, but he looks into that mirror and he cries and he fights and he falls, and I've cried and I've gotten back up and I've fought, and I see hands that can't stop shaking, that love too hard in all the wrong types of ways. I see eyes that will no longer weep for you because what they have seen cannot cry for all of it. He has feet that only shuffle him to cracks in the sidewalk. He hasn't seen grandma's love in some time, but damn it, he looks everywhere. When I look into that mirror, I see beauty. Though I am broken, I am beautiful, and it has taken me so long to finally love myself and say these words, but I am beautiful. This one is dedicated to a long-distance friend of mine that passed away last year. I used to know a girl that cut herself. She sometimes even called me first. You see, building and breaking bonds was never really her thing, so instead she opened up her arms like Harry Potter novels. Lovely girls often become oceans. And she was lovely. The type of sweet that never really quite kept a boyfriend or a girlfriend for that matter, but it wasn't for lack of trying. You see, vulnerability wasn't her thing. Neither was I. She wore me like one though, her Sunday best. I always said that Sundays were meant for 3 things: religion, hoes, and schoolwork. She was none of these things. Most times she felt like all of them though. She told me more than once. Her family was of no help to her. Actually, nobody really helped. She was a playground counselor since long before we knew each other, and at the age of 16, smoked a pack of cigarettes a day and had the wisdom of an old sailor. Most times she cursed like one too. I never quite comprehended how battered her boat was in this ocean. I did not know of her sea monsters and mermaids. I used to know a girl whose face was sudden, saw slowly, and then all at once, who had a heart like nitroglycerin, and thighs like explosions, and eyes like nothing special. She was nothing special. She was human. Like you, like all of you, she was human. No 3 minutes and 30 seconds could ever tell her story. She was a story. Christopher Nolan's vision before Man of Steel, The Dark Knight, though her skin was not black, but cursed all the same. I used to know a girl. The last time we spoke, had conversations of so much unsaid, and I noticed that when you have someone that has no something about the pretty colors. There is no poetic way to prevent an overdose. When pride is too thick and drive is too weak, everything becomes expendable. Do not let the oceans slip through your fingers. Stand with sure arms if you must. There is no poetic way to prevent a suicide. After all, how do you stop an ocean?